Hello everyone, it's Gigabeef here, and today we're completing Gunsmith Part 6. This quest unlocks 24 hours after completing Gunsmith Part 5, and we'll need an AKM with a Fortis Shift grip, a silencer, and a 30-round Magpul magazine. Ergo needs to be over 40, recoil sum less than 350, and a sighting range of 800 meters or more. As usual, the durability of the gun needs to be over 60 as well, even though it doesn't say. This is one of the more straightforward gunsmiths in my opinion because we have a lot of choice, and we can either start off with the AKM from Prapor 2 for 43k or 3 cans of beef stew barter at Prapor 1, which can be a little bit cheaper depending. First things first, the Fortis Shift grip is an absolute requirement for this quest, but is a high level attachment at Peacekeeper 4 and has no trader barters directly. But at Mechanic 1 you can find a shift grip on the MPX MQB barter for 5 DVDs, 5 UV lamps and 2 weapons parts. This is the best way to go about getting it, so be there at the trader reset and try to grab it. The other part that we 100% need is the 30 round Magpul mag. This is available at Peacekeeper 2, but you may just find one of these as they're fairly common. Now from here there's actually loads of ways to make this gun work. My personal favourite is using one of the Zhukov U handguards. Although these are technically Skier 4, they are very underused generally in builds because they are so ergo focused. This means that they're normally really cheap on the flea market. If you link search the gas block itself and look to see which of the 3 is cheapest on the flea, it's usually the FTE one because it looks awful, and normally you can get it under 20k. With this, we can use the 4.1 inch rail from Mechanic 2 or his barter at Mechanic 1 for a USB adapter and put the Fortis Shift grip onto that. For suppressors, I usually use the Rotor 43 version, which has a barter itself for 2 magnets, so is normally under 30k. Now if you have Mechanic 2, you can use the saw pistol grip, of which the FTE one is again cheaper, which makes the rest of this build really easy. From here we add a Bastion cover with a compact mount for sights and one of the compatible scopes. Again, I usually like to link search the mount to pick the cheapest on the fleet at the time. If you don't have Mechanic 2 and you can't access the saw grip, the AK Strike Industries enhanced pistol grip from Peacekeeper 2 can work, but it has 3 less ergo. To fix this, you can do any combination of M-Lock cantilever mounts from Skier 2, which are only 2000 each, and you can attach 2 of these on the Zhukov handguard, the RP1 charging handle for another ergo for Skier 1, or picking an actual ACOG instead of the compact prism, which are -1 rather than -2. Another alternative is using the DTKP suppressor instead, which does need the AK762x39 Tactica Tula muzzle adapter from Skier 1 to fit on, but otherwise it's just a flea purchase. This suppressor is normally more than the Rotor using the barter as I have seen, but if you did want to use that one, we now get better recoil but slightly worse ergo. This means that we can use the polymer stock instead, which also works with the saw grip easily, or the EPG grip if you're using an ACOG again and not the prism. Next up, save your 5.56 60 rounders for Gunsmith Part 7 and an interesting M4 build.